Hello YouTube, this is Nite Misfortune bringing you the first game in the Season 4 2v2 League Playoff Final. We will talk about what this means because perhaps you are very new and you have no idea what this is going on. And no, this is not the Serpents Open Winter Tournament. It is the playoff of the season final, which is a little different. But we do have one team that's going to be playing in that tournament, and let's start by introducing them, I suppose. In the bottom left of Seton's Clutch, we have our how do you even say that? Melancholy Depression. That's how you say it. That's going to be hard to say. I'm just going to call them MD. I think that will be a better way to do it. And our first player for MD is our red UEF commander with the name of Hope. Spawning here and plopping down 2 air factories, and his teammate, the orange UEF, Osmos, with 1 air factory, it looks like. Their opponent on the other side of the map is, the team is called Soviet Teapot, the first player being our yellow UEF player, Zadaika, with 2 air factories. And his opponent, who is the only Aeon of this game, it is Moxing, the purple Aeon commander, starting off with 1 air factory as well. So far, pretty mirrored builds, but of course the advantage goes to UEF, whose planes are just absolutely ridiculous. And really quick, guys, I know it's going to be with a 5-minute delay, but go ahead and type 1 or whatever. Just let me know if you can hear me. Hopefully everything is good. I'm actually using a new recording software because OBS has started doing some very weird things. So hopefully this is all working. The layout is a little different, but I'm hoping that the quality and the audio is the same. So let me know. Looks like Hope is trying to scout here. So let me talk about the format. So last year, basically if you're familiar with the 1v1 format of the 2020 SCS year, we had leagues with the playoffs for the top 4 players that finish in the league. Now, because we don't have as many teams, obviously, I don't want to be doing a top 4 because there's basically 6 teams or 5 teams. So it's kind of detrimental, I think, to just have it for 80%, 90% of the teams. So what I did is just top 2, and the winner of this best out of 5 is going to get an automatic seed to the 2v2 invitational at the end of the year. Now, this is different how it works for 1v1. So yeah, just be aware of that. It's quite a bit different because the 1v1, we now have the season finals, which is the tournament that replaced the Winter Open, and we still have the same system from last year for 2v2. So basically think about it, the 2v2 is the same exact way as the 1v1 was last year, and the new 1v1 system is kind of new, but I think most of you are familiar with how it works. If not, I mean, always feel free to message me and find things out. So as the kind of the introducing screen showed you guys, Soviet Teapot was the #1 ranking team at the end of the league. They actually beat, I think, Hope and Osmos by like 5 points or something. And so they taken the first place, and then Hope and Osmos barely, I think, got second over, who did they beat? Foxrat, I think. So yeah, but it was fairly exciting 2v2 season. I know I only casted like 3 games of that on my channel, which is why a lot of people probably don't know about the 2v2 league, but it is happening. Their new one is going to be starting up in May, so be a lookout on for that. And obviously we have the 2v2 tournament. Unfortunately, it's a little too late to register for that one, but you will be able to watch it. And the schedule is all posted all over the place. It's posted on the Discords, and you'll be able to figure that out. But basically, it starts on Saturday at 10 a.m. Eastern Time, or New York time. So be on the lookout for that. And last thing I'm going to say, I'm going to try and mention it a couple of times. There will be no prize pools, at least for most tournaments that I'm going to be hosting. I'm not going to be putting prize pools anymore, unfortunately. So it's going to be community based, and you know, there's lots of communities out there that fund their video games, so I don't think it should be too much of a stretch to fund at least a little bit. There are games like, you know, Tiberium War that nobody really plays anymore, I think it's an awful strategy game, but people fund thousands of dollars for tournament prize pools for that game. So I'm not even asking for that, but if you could send maybe a couple of dollars via the donation page, you can see the goal down there. Right now it's 50. If we can break that, that's going to be wonderful. But if we can get at least anything for the Serpents Open Winter 2v2 tournament as the prize pool, it will be super, super awesome. You can also donate to the 1v1 season final. So if you are generous enough, please do that, and you will definitely get a shout out. But yeah, I'm going to be a little annoying for that because I do want to fund these tournaments, and I think we can definitely do it as a community and promote the game and competitive play as well. So lots of scouting going on in this game. I kind of luckily enough that the teams picked Sentence Clutch. I think this was Soviet Teapot's pick. So luckily enough, we can talk about all the formalities here up first, and it looks like we finished right on time as Hope and Osmos are on the prowl here, trying to get a good air engagement. Definitely have a good opportunity here with double UEF, and this might just be over right here. There's no anti-air here, unfortunately. There's quite a bit of planes left that are orange and red. It looks like Osmos and Hope are shooting up in the score. And there is some anti-air here now. It's just a little bit late. Just a little bit late. But yeah, overall, Hope and Osmos just dominate the air. And it just begs the question, rather, why the heck Maxing would pick Aeon on this map. I really just don't know. And then essentially they went naval as well. So that's going to be very difficult to deal with the air when you're just letting go of air that much, I think. And it looks like Osmos and Hope just went all in on the air. Very nice expansion from both players here. Osmos is already under the water here. Where is Hope at? Where is Hope? Am I just blind? Oh, he's right here. He's just blending in with his structures. Yeah, it looks like they're trying to establish a little bit more of a turtle position. Obviously, the later it goes, I do like the Aeon's air a little more, unless the UEFs go AC terrors, which is very, very difficult to deal with because you have to focus them down. I see you guys can hear me, so that's really good. Thank you, Alpha Hex. Thank you, Almdon. So, yeah. I think the rest of the maps will be a little bit closer. And when I saw the matchups, the Sentence Clutch matchup was just really weird. So the way the picks and bans worked is obviously the number 1 seeded team, which is Soviet Teapot because they took the first place, get to ban and pick first. And then on the whichever team picked the map, the other team, so whichever team didn't pick the map, they get to pick their faction, one faction first. Then the home team who picked the map picks two factions, and then the other team picks their second faction. So on this map, since Soviet Teapot picked the map, MD picked their faction first, and then Soviet Teapot picked 2, so UEF and Aeon, and then MD picked the UEF again. Hope that makes sense. It's kind of a complicated thing. Might try and simplify that process a bit because it was kind of very involved, but nevertheless, I think it's, I mean, once you think about it, it's not that difficult. But we do have cruisers, Mastodons, making their way down here already. Now, there isn't a whole lot of bombers, although Hope kind of started spamming quite a bit here. So I think they will do some damage here, but I think they'll ultimately get picked off relatively easily, and the air is nowhere in support here. Yeah, I just don't know. I think Maxing is just very comfortable playing Aeon, so maybe that's why he went Aeon. But no idea why they picked UEF and Aeon on this map. Yep, and those cruisers do go down pretty quickly. I think 3 have already gone down here. Kind of a little hard to see with all this air over the top. And Osmos is going to transition into a C factory as well here on the top and bottom. So that's going to be an additional strain on the bottom here because there's no naval factory down here as of yet. But Zadaika is starting to build quite a bit of air factories himself. Unfortunately, Osmos just has a ridiculous amount of air here. And now that the bombers are coming out for Hope, it's going to be just deadly, deadly, deadly. More air factories for Maxing as well. He already has shields on his planes. Wasps don't have shields yet, although on the other team they do, so that's even more difficult to deal with. I have no idea what's going on in the chat. Is there drama going on? But anyway, we do have more bombing runs. It looks like the Soviet Teapot team is looking for an engagement here over AA, but honestly this is going to be very difficult. There's still no shields on Zadaika's planes. Very, very rough. And now there are cruisers on the way across the map for MD. And that's going to be very, very difficult to deal with. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 factories for Hope. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 factories for Osmos at the 13th minute. Not bad. But you also got to consider that they have way more mass than they normally would on Sentence Clutch. And yeah, there's an engagement here. I think, yeah, Maxing is on the back foot here, trying to retreat. I'm not sure where. Ooh, actually, he's going to pick off Osmos's air here. Very nicely done. That was a decent engagement. Maxing still has enough air here, I think. And it looks like that prompts Osmos to back off his approaching cruisers here. Even the ones on the bottom. Interesting. Okay. The donation page is in the bottom. The link is in the below description. But yeah, I kind of threw that together in the last minute, so if it doesn't work, I'm not going to be terribly surprised. But if it doesn't work, let me know, and between the next match, I can try and fix it. But hopefully it works. We have Mex guns, by the way, or Mex AA, which means we also have Mex guns, but that's not really relevant. And that's not really going to do a much against this many units, this many air units with shields on them. A lot of air factories do go down, so I counted there the MD's air factories. Let's count Soviet Teapot's air factories here. So 24 MD and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21 for Soviet Teapot, but it's been a while since I counted, so they might actually be equal by now. Another air engagement here. There's much less AA here. And it looks like a little bit of Maxing's air is just sitting there twiddling their thumbs. There are a lot of bombers, though, for MD. So it's going to be a little bit better for Soviet Teapot, but it looks like there's just too much UEF here, unfortunately. And I think this is going to be GG, because now there's going to be an economical impact in addition to just sheer outnumbering craziness from UEF. And I mean, they don't even have to go terrors, but Hope is plopping down an air gantry now, and it looks like there's a naval engagement here, but now there's submarines here. So wait, so you mean to tell me cruisers don't have torpedoes? Oh, that's actually very bad. I didn't know that. God, I really don't know Navy, guys. I'm sorry. I need to start learning. But that's pretty bad. That's pretty bad. Air factory getting rebuilt. The nice thing is that the Soviet Teapot team will have all of this anti-air here. So maybe if they get a nice air engagement like they did a little earlier. I don't know how they managed to stick in, but no, there's just way too many Wasps here. I think Hope started building some Wasps too again, so yeah, just too much anti-air. And even without flares, I mean, it's just sheer numbers is ridiculous to deal with. And it looks like actually the naval force did its job here. There's actually quite a bit of damage here coming from these mastodons on the bottom, but I'm afraid it's just not enough And ultimately, Hope can just bring the bombers here, and I think take care of that. Yeah, even Hope. I didn't see. Osmos has bombers now as well. So yeah, those cruisers are gonna fall fairly quickly, even with their ridiculous AA. Yeah, I mean, I think this is GG. I think once the last cruiser here falls, Soviet Teapot will GG. I mean, Zadaika's airplay is very good, but I mean, you have to kind of plan for the map, I feel like. And you know, the big difference between this playoff and the league, obviously as a whole, and the Serpents Open tournament that we're going to have over the weekend is the teams will have to play the same factions or across the whole tournament in the tournament. But here they could pick their factions for each map. So it might be a little bit of a different dynamic. And that's, I think, what is exciting to me about the tournaments, is that players have to adapt to each map and really select strategy based on their factions, and also pick and ban maps based on those strategies. Man, there's just so much air that is red and orange, and yeah, these engagements don't help either from Maxing. I mean, he's trying to isolate one player at a time, but there's just good communication between Hope and Osmos to where they're never going to leave each other for a moment. Yep, and Zadaika is going to get defeated after the third time their air gets taken out, and I think Maxing is going to GG here, giving our MD team the 1-0 lead. Let me know in the comments really quick if there is no donation, if the donation link doesn't work, rather. But I will see you in Game 2 very, very shortly. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Game 2 between Soviet Teapot and Melancholy Depression in this playoff, Season 4 playoff final. We have Melancholy Depression going up 1-0. Let's introduce the teams really quickly and the factions that they are playing. We have for MD our Red Cyber Commander, Hope, plopping down some research factories, or stations rather, and his opponent going on with the same strategy here with triple Aeon research stations. It is our green Aeon Osmos. And their opponents grabbing Aeon for our purple commander, Maxing, who's going double air factory, and his teammate also going air. Very curious. It is our yellow UEF commander, Zadaika. So we shall see how our Soviet Teapot team uses the air advantage that they're about to get. I imagine Maxing is going to hide his air here a little bit. Zadaika is sending his air straight for his opponent, and I think there's a little bit of some countering already, blind countering by MD, because I think they're going to push either ACUs or they're just going to do a mass air spam, which is actually going to be pretty good, I think. Zadaika immediately transitioning into a research station, probably going to go for AC terrors as quickly as he can. He's pausing both his air factories. They're completely unneeded. Well, I don't want to say completely. He could go into bombers, but I think the most efficient way is to try to get an AC as quickly as he can. The problem is that they're not expanding as quickly. Ooh, we do have a transport from Maxing. And nice. That's actually a very Zadaika-esque play. It's very, very interesting. Very, very interesting indeed. And it's like it's going to be an engineer transport. That's obviously he doesn't have a land factory, so no MML type play. So it might be a little powerful. There's an anti-air tower coming here for Hope. Don't necessarily like that, but I mean, what else are you going to do to protect yourself? I mean, you could get adapters, but anti-air tower here for Osmos as well. Ooh, and I like that. The overlay. has matched exactly to the player positions. I really like that. Nice. Radar coming up. So it looks like they want to play defensively here, actually. Very interesting. And Zadaika is going with a land factory. Now, I will say, obviously, I haven't commentated 2v2s as much as 1v1s over the past year. Cast probably hundreds of 1v1s and definitely watched hundreds of 1v1s. But I still, obviously, very new to the competitive 2v2 scene. So strategies are still a little new to me. But that's not what I would have thought that Zadaika would be doing. I thought he would be going straight for AC Terrors here. And there is an engineers make their way into Hope's base. Does Hope pick up on this? He's bringing his ACU back. So it's just about how far zoomed out these players are playing. It looks like he's transitioning into air. What? PD is finally out here. I don't think he's picked up on this. He's not even finished. Yeah, now Osmos is pointing that out. But it looks like Osmos is actually over here already. There are engineers here. Ooh, are they going to sack cap this factory? That'll be cute. Oh my goodness. Is this a sack cap play? It is indeed. This ACU is pushing the engineers out of the way. Oh no, I think there's a little bit of a misplay here. I think there's a bit of a misplay. Yeah, that engineer is going to get taken out. Yeah. No capture here, unfortunately. Osmos doing a good job targeting down. But meanwhile, Hope's base is in Rex here. As there's just, I think there's a little too many PDs here. And now there's going to be land factories starting to be built there. Very, very interesting play here, I got to say. This is not how I saw this game going down. I thought there would be mass land spam with Harvogs and Brackman maybe, or adapters from Hope pushing this Soviet Teapot team here, who is vulnerable with only one bombing capability essentially. But now, you know, Zadaika has bombers of his own, and it looks like he is going to stick with the air. He is going to stick with that basic tech. So we'll see. This is actually, I think, now very close, because unfortunately there just hasn't been too many MMLs making their way out as of yet, and two tanks that are going to be fairly useless here, I want to say, and gunships. So there is going to be a gunship transition from Zadaika. That will obviously start being more and more dangerous. Where's Hope's commander? Right here. Hope's commander is making his way back, and Moxing should be able to pick up on this. He's going to sack cap. No, he's going to regular cap that. Hope does control K that. Two MMLs make their way out. I don't know about that one, but I imagine the team here is going to need, or Hope is going to need, a PD of his own here, and probably Moxing might need a couple more, depending on what the research has gone into, which as of yet we don't really know. And I don't like the split between the two players. These two air factories really haven't been used yet. Oh, well, there's 3 Geminis out here on the field, so let's see. They should be able to drop here. Is there only one engineer, really? There is going to be a sack cap on that on that mass extractor. Very nicely done there for Moxing. Really utilizing that advantage to the fullest here. But they are in trouble on the front now. There's just a little too many bombers in this mix, I want to say, which most of them are going to go down here, and not really a whole lot of gunships. Why is he making wasps? Oh, because he saw the air transition from Hope. That's a little of an overreaction, I want to say. I feel like Zadaika should be making gunships right now, and Moxing should be making Wiedebuffs. I think that's the correct play here. And is there shield on this forward air or land factory? I think there was, but it is down to these MMLs, which have finally made their way out for Osmos, who's probably banking quite a bit of mass at this point. Yeah, I really don't like these gunships from Moxing. I feel like if anybody should be going bombers, and anybody should be going gunships, it should be the other way around, because Moxing's air is dual purpose. And Hope is not even making air that much anymore. He doesn't have the economy to do it. So it's very, very curious. But Soviet Teapot just needs to hold on here. They just need to hold. They need to keep moving these MMLs and not lose them to MML fire. More air factories are being queued up by Moxing. So, and these PDs, I love that Moxing is the one that's building these PDs because obviously they outrange the UEF ones. And it looks like Moxing's MMLs are out of position here. He's trying to reclaim some things here. There's a lot of PDs here, but there's now Cobras, so we do see that tech progression there. And there is actually a TML upgrade on Hope's ACU. But honestly, if this just stays here for another 2-3 minutes, which I think it will, I think that's a mistake for the commander to be doing that. And now there's actually quite a bit of gunships out on the field. There isn't any missile or anti-air towers here for Osmos. There is what is this called? Rogue Nanite for Osmos's ACU. So he's putting some upgrades into that. Heck, he already has overcharge in his commander and anti-air. So now we know, yeah, that's a pretty powerful ACU right there. That's going to be very hard to deal with, actually. What's Maxing's plan here? I think they just need to try and amass a little more and just go for it. There isn't that much air for Hope, so I think they have about a minute window, and then they just need to go for it. It looks like they're trying to set up a flank of some sorts here already. Moxing is repositioning his gunships to go with the gunships of Zadaika here. Fortunately, they're maneuvering right over the anti-air here, which is kind of unfortunate. Yeah, I think they're just going to go all in here. Yep, here we go. There's movement before gunships down into the front here. Is there shields on these gunships? There is not. So these gunships are actually going to fall really, really quickly. There's target fire on them. Yeah, a lot of... What is Moxing doing? Moxing! What is happening? We're just going to back up? Oh no, disaster. Yeah, that's not too good. I mean, what was that? What were they aiming for there? Were they trying to just take out some army there and just not quite doing it? They lost so much there, and now there's anti-air towers being made by Osmos. There's a triple shield here area, which is very, very nice pocket for Osmos to stick his commander into. And now they're just going to re-engage again. What is happening? I think they're trying to target down maybe those TMLs, MMLs. I don't know. They're just losing too much, and because there's no shields, those gunships are really just melting away. I feel like they should have shields by now. I wonder what their tech has been going into. Ooh, somebody donated. I'm not sure who donated, but thank you so much. Thank you, thank you. You know what? I was thinking about doing this, and I'm gonna do it. So whatever you guys donate, I'm gonna match. How about that? I think that's a fair deal, and I think we can get even more money like that. So let's do it like that. Whatever you donate, guys, I will match. And you guys have until the final of the open 2v2 open to do that. So, what's up, Darian? Yeah, unfortunately, they've just been poking in and out too much, and they've lost way too many gunships here now. And there's too much anti-air at this point. Like, look at the amount of crackdowns out on the field. Maybe if they went for Hope, but Hope probably has structured Edo at this point now. There's still no shields on this air. Are they just putting it into teching these? I think they are. They're putting it into stars. Yeah, and the problem is that MML is so strong in this position. Oh, and look at that. Osmos even pulling nanites here. Beautiful play. Already has teleport. That's kind of crazy. So he is able to grab teleport and overcharge in his commander. That's pretty strong right there. So what I'm guessing, and I think this is what they should have done in the first place, is that our Soviet Teapot team is going to hold off until teleport. Or not teleport, sorry. Shields. And that's what they should have done in the beginning. And finally, this little excursion in the top right has fallen here. So Hope is going to retake his base and is going to have quite a bit of mass there also. So Osmos really carried this by himself over here. Very unfortunate. I thought for sure Moxing and Zadaika were going to be able to snipe Osmos, but I feel like when you're moving in your gunships, you either have to go for it or you don't. So you can't be wishy-washy about it, but what do I know? I'm just a dumbass caster who don't know shit. Oh, and look at that. A little bit of flanking maneuver here. Is there... No, there's still no shields on these gunships. Oh, this saddens me so much. Oh, teleport now too. Oh, God. And Hope is bringing his wasps. Oh, that's brilliant. That is brilliant, ladies and gentlemen. And I think this is going to be another game for Melancholy Depression. Oh, no. Moxing is turning around his gunships. Oh, that is so disastrous. Yeah, this is just gone from terrible to just shit hitting the fan real quick at like 100-mile speeds next to a closed window, next to a dumpster fire. So, you know, which might not necessarily be a bad thing because you're probably already used to the shit dumpster smell. So you might be conditioned to that, but look at this. This is going to be the quickest gunship death that I've ever seen, and Osmos even has. Oh, honkered down. They're not even going to break through the fact shields here, is what I'm guessing. Yeah, these fact shields don't even go down, and Zadaika control K is there. That is very disappointing. I thought the left team was gonna get this, but unfortunately, Melancholy Depression is going to take the 2-0 lead here. It is a best out of 5, so they're going to have one more chance to try and start a comeback here. I'll take a little break, and when we come back, we're going to see Game 3. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to game number 3 between Melancholy Depression and Soviet Teapot. And yes, Alpha Hex, I will read your donation. Or I don't know if it's your donation, but since you asked, I'm assuming it is. This doesn't really have a very descriptive name. Hello, Nite. I'm from Belarus, and I like Supreme Commander. 2v2 Sentence Clutch is my favorite map, and I love most when it takes 30 minutes to calm down the big air fight in the middle of the map. Yeah, that is definitely not Alpha Hex. I mean, absolutely non-descriptive at all. It's kind of hard to read these. I need to figure out a better way to, because I have to switch tabs to read those donations. So I'll figure something out. But anyway, let's go ahead and introduce our teams here. We have in the top our Soviet Teapot team with Zadaika playing the Aeon, yellow Aeon commander, starting off with a double air factory. His teammate Moxing, who is the purple Aeon, starting off with a triple land factory. Against Melancholy Depression, or MD, with White Hope, playing the Cybern faction, starting off with a naval factory, already having a Salem-class destroyer on the way, and Osmos, our orange Aeon commander, with a double Aeon land factory there. So, 2 air, something I did not expect on this map at all. And if I... Sorry, not 2 air. I don't know where I saw the second air. 1 air from Osmos. Yeah, I feel like this is another advantage for Team MD here. Already a bombing run on the radar, so that's good use of Zadaika's air. Perfect number also. No, wait. That's 6. It takes 5 to bomb a radar, so... Yeah, and this cruiser is going to start bombarding... Sorry, destroyer is going to start bombarding this this base here. Did Zadaika scout that? I didn't catch if he actually scouted that or not. There is TML. This, oh, man. It looks like... It looks like Soviet Teapot is playing for early damage. But they're just going to get their face pounded in, I feel like, here with the first push here between the Mastodons. And, well, I like the separation of air there. That's pretty nice there from Zadaika. How many air does it take? I think it probably takes double, so 2 passes. Nope, not enough. Not enough, not enough, and that is a pretty disastrous thing, I want to say. Doesn't split fire on the reinforcing ones. Ooh, gunship's coming out, though, so that's going to be nicer. Nicer. So he does slow down these destroyers at least a little bit. Looks like Moxing doesn't have radar coverage here, which is unfortunate. There's no mass extractor here, Moxing. Keep going. Oh, no. Oh, no. Where did your radar go, Moxing? Oh, finally. There it is. There it is. Is there a radar for... There is no radar for Zadaika either. He's going to bomb. He's going to bomb this radar, though. Nicely done. Nicely done there. Anti-air tower is going to start to be built here. And yeah, Osmos did pick up on these flanking mobile missile launchers here. And Moxing does not have radar coverage. Oh no. Oh no. What is Zadaika doing? Is he just like AFK or something? Yeah, I think you just gotta engage at this point if you've taken damage. Oh, that's a little sad. Why are you spamming my chat with Pokemon abilities? Looks like teleport is going to be the progression for Osmos, which is completely understandable. We already see bada booms on the field here. You know, I would actually really like bada booms from Moxing as well. I would really like it. But I don't think that's going to happen. I also don't like gunships against Cybran. Cybran is supposed to be at a severe disadvantage on this map. But unfortunately, I think they're instead going to be very well set here. There's now 5 Salems out on the field. I also think that if you're going air on this map, you need to take the center. I think that's the correct play there. An anti-air built here. Where the heck did this engineer come from? Oh, did it get sniped? Oh no, it's still here. Still building anti-air. I like that. Yeah, Hope really doesn't need to be building land. Structure detonate and a few Salems should be able to deal with that. Teleporting gunships can be quite nasty, but I think we're quite a bit away from that. So, and now there's air factories being queued up. Yeah. Early aggression didn't pan out. And now I feel like exactly what I told you earlier. They're just gonna start punching them in the face. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6th one queued up for factories. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for Osmos. So that's fairly equal, and Moxing does have 2 research stations versus Osmos's 1, so that is a little bit of an advantage. But I think actually Moxing hasn't started his 6th land factory yet, so yeah, if this was turned around the other way, and the tanks were fighting these cruisers, I feel like it would have been much nicer. And then Zadaika could have just kept producing his air, and I feel like that would do better against this stuff here. But in the lobby, actually, I noticed this. Zadaika and Maxing switched positions when they saw that the side had Cyberns. So maybe Zadaika expected this. I like this split of just 2 gunships. Unfortunately, there's an anti-air tower here. Is he going to lose both of these gunships? I think he is. Nope. Oh, wow. Both live. All right. Nice. Nice. And are we going to have shields this time? Are we going to have shields? He still doesn't know about this air. I don't think this radar reaches far enough. Yeah, he's not resuming air production, so, or Weedabov production rather. So I don't. Now there's a research station coming out. Oof, I don't know about this. I do like this poach from Maxing though. Honestly, I think he has enough tanks here to deal with this. I think he just needs to pull back these tanks back here. Leave the MMLs here and do a nice poach here. No, Maxing, what are you doing? Oh, okay, so the gunships are going to deal with it. Okay, I like that. But now there's air for Hope, which is going to engage here in a second. Is Hope going to bring his air? Does Hope think that Zadaika has more air than he? Nope, he's going to bring the air. Yeah, and oh, there's shields for Maxing though. You got to group those tanks though. You can't. Oh, what is that rally point? Teleport from Osmos. Oh, he's going for. Oh no. Oh no. Oh god. He's going for the commander. Oh no. Hope is, oh my god, Hope is caught out of position here. Hope is going to go down. Structure. Hope goes down, but now we're going to have Zadaika go down, but at the cost of Osmos's land. Did he just teleport away? Right as the explosion was happening? Oh my god. This is an epic base trade situation here. Which I think Osmos has the advantage on. Because Maxing is not even hiding his ACU. Oh no. Oh no. This is a crazy game. Hang on. Actually, Maxing has a lot of units here. So if he deals with this... No, I think his ACU is going to get caught here. Oh wait, they don't see the ACU. No ground fire. Oh, I like that. Oh, I like that. Oh! Oh, no, Maxing, come on. Keep moving your land. Come on. Maxing, you can definitely deal with this. Come on, buddy. There you go. Okay, that's looking better for Maxing. Because now Osmos's land here is split quite a bit, and he still has his base, guys. He still has his base. So he just has to save his commander. Osmos control Ks. Osmos control Ks, ladies and gentlemen. We have a game on our hands, ladies and gentlemen. 2-1. Soviet Teapot manages to snatch a game. Let's see if they can bring it all the way to tie up the series in a game 4. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is game 3. 4. I can't count. This is not a misfortune. bringing you Game 4 of the playoff Season 4 final. We have an intense series between Melancholy, Depression, and Soviet Teapot. MD is currently 2-1 up. Let's see who is playing and what is their faction, starting with our leaders. It is Melancholy, Depression, Osmos as the orange UEF commander, starting off with a double air factory build, and his teammate Hope spawning as the red Cybern commander, plopping down a double air factory as well. They're playing against a team that needs a win right here, right now, to send it to the tiebreaker match on Arctic Refuge. Zadaika, our yellow UEF commander. We all know his skill with air, so I do like their prospects so far. Double air factory. And his teammate, I like this even more. Maxing is going double air factory as well. He is our purple and commander. All right, so scouts are already on the way from both teams. Important scouting, I think. And I think better scouting by Zadaika. Rather than going the shorter distance, he knows that the UEF is probably going to go air. So he sent the first scout to the Aeon. Or sorry, to the Cybern. The Cybern is what's important here, guys. So absolutely brilliant. And now he gets a scout for free, essentially, now that he's confirmed this air from Osmos as well. I really like this. Pulls back his wasps here. That is very, very nice, and I like that a lot. And I do like Aeon Air better than Cybern. I just do. Maybe not early on, but definitely once you start hitting the shields. But even early on, to be completely honest, because of the tech route that the Aeon can take, the Aeon can take a training as well as the damage upgrade for an early fight. And the Cybern doesn't necessarily have that. The Cybern can take the double stars and the speed, but that really doesn't help you in an air fight. It helps you with positioning a lot, and I do like that upgrade in its own right, but it doesn't quite help you on a fight. I just like the tech tree. I just like the damage with the upgrade a little bit more, with the training, sorry, a little more. So this is going to depend on a lot. This is going to depend on a good engagement. So I really like Soviet Teapot's position here. I think this is theirs to win. And if you continue spamming my chat icon, you might trigger something. No, I'm just kidding. Invite your friends, people. We have 11 viewers. Let's get some more in, especially if this goes to Game 5. Don't forget about the donations, please. I'm going to keep reminding you guys. There will be no... actually, I did promise that I'm going to match whatever donations there is, but I'm not going to donate myself. So whatever donations you guys are going to put in, I am going to match for the 2v2 tournament. And we'll probably also have a fundraiser for the 1v1 final or something like that. If you want to donate for the 1v1, then message me. We can set something up. We already had one donation, and I'm pretty sure that was Alpha Hex. And I think Alpha Hex, I mean, if you like that game, I think you're going to love this game. So, you know... All right, Zadaika is moving forward here. Radar coverage is going to be absolutely important, and I actually didn't see this. I was actually watching chat. I probably shouldn't be doing that. There's double ACU on the way here for Zadaika and Maxing. So this is going to be a very aggressive game, and this is probably going to be over here in the next probably 5 minutes. So it's all going to depend on what exactly they're going to do. It looks like... Yeah, okay, so Hope is going to go in. He's going to engage with Zadaika's air. Maxing is a little bit out of position here. I like this engagement. He's kind of baiting Zadaika's air here. Let's see the upgrades. I'm not sure I'll be able to catch a plane. Okay, upgrades are looking equal. Yeah, see, by the time I find out the upgrades, the fight is like halfway done. Oh, it just looks like Osmos and Hope just get another good engagement. There's an anti-air tower here, too. How did that go so well for them? I think it just came down to that really good engagement where Hope went in first. Hope just went in first. And then Zadaika's UEF air came in. Because I honestly I do like the Aeon air much more. But the ACUs are still here. There's a bit of anti-air towers. There's point defenses here. So this is still not over. Hope's air did kind of dwindle here a bit. But now is there even air being built from Zadaika? Yes, there is. Okay. But I'm guessing it was paused for a while. There's a lot of PDs honestly being built here. I'm not exactly sure why they're still pushing like this. And it looks like Osmos is going to respond with his ACU as well. This might be a little too late, so it just depends on how much damage they can muster here. Anti-air tower going up for UEF. I would like to see Maxing throw down a land factory. I'm not sure if he has enough mass for that, but there is all this mass left for reclaiming here. So point defense creep. Oh my god, that's nasty. Okay, so there's ML upgrades over here. Hope's factories are also actually prioritizing the anti-air stuff here. That's quite unfortunate. I don't think he can target fire them, so it's just what they built first. Nice job positioning his ACU in front of that point defense to protect it from that. Oh no. Zadaika, you gotta hide your air. This is very hairy, guys. If Hope goes down here, we might have a very, very interesting game on our hands. But I don't think Hope will go down here. There's a lot of shields. Osmos is on his way now with mobile missile launchers to help defend his opponent, and Hope is just building point defenses like there's no tomorrow. He's not even building air. He doesn't really need to. Let's be honest here. I feel like they need to start focusing down the ACU. Yeah, there we go. Engineer is healing it. Yeah, just take that ACU out of there. Yeah, I mean, I feel like this is just unfortunate air engagement. I like the idea quite a bit. But I think it kind of fell on its face here, unfortunately. Now Maxing is taking a bunch of PD fire to his face. And the problem is that they sacrifice so much production for this. They could have went back into air here and maybe got something going. I don't see the reason why there needs to be an... See, this needed to be here. This needed to be here. And yeah, okay. Yeah. Good game. Hope and Osmos will get a seed to the final tournament, to the Invitational. And very well done by them too. They've really synchronized well, I think, especially in air. And thank you guys for watching so much. I hope you've enjoyed at least a little bit of this series. I certainly did. And this is a nice little preamble to the Serpents Open Winter 2v2 tournament that's going to be happening this weekend. Please tune in for that. And also, please donate if you can to the tournament prize pool. I will match whatever donations we get. I think if the pool remains low, I'll probably just save it for the next tournament, because there's no reason to be doing that, because I think PayPal or whatnot is going to take most of it. So thank you guys for watching, and I hope you guys have a very nice rest of your day. Take care, and good day. If you're still watching, give a thumbs up to this video. If you liked the video, leave a comment. If you loved the video, please subscribe. And if you are blown away by it, check out my Patreon page. This has been Nite. Take care and peace out.